How's it going, everybody? So I was just thinking about how a lot of people are probably getting some words from the Lord lately, especially with all the times we're in, all the craziness going on about moving somewhere or, uh, changing location, jobs, things like that. Just God pressing into you for you to move up your location or change something big about your life, make big changes right now, and you hear God's voice. But there's going to be people that are going to come against you, and the craziest part is that it's usually the Christians that or your family members that are the ones that are going to come against you the strongest to try to persuade you to stay. Now, if you know you heard God's voice, don't listen to these things. This is a tactic of the enemy to try to get you to stay stagnant in the situation you're in when you should be moving forward in God, with God and what He has for you, and where you're supposed to be positioned and where you're supposed to be at to get His fullness. When you get in these stagnant places or these dead places, and if you would listen to your family members or other Christians, or those are usually the ones that are going to tell you to stay around. Sadly enough, maybe even call you crazy, or say you hear God wrong, or say that you just aren't doing the right thing. I guess that if you don't go and don't listen to God, you're not going to get the fullness of the blessings in the life and what He has for you in this season and for the future of your life, maybe for your kids. But when you know you're hearing His voice right, no matter what anybody else says, even if you have to separate yourselves from them, it might be hard sometimes, keep moving forward, step out into faith. Just take a step out, even if you don't know how to do it, the money, nothing. If you don't understand exactly why or how you're going to get there financially or any of that, start taking the small steps, making phone calls and doing whatever you got to do to get the move or the thing done. Because if you that'll show your faith is in the Lord, that you heard Him right, and that you are moving in the direction that He is pushing you in, instead of being tied down to the stagnation of the enemy, keeping you in the spot where you're not going to be blessed and not get the fullness of God. And that faith, when you step out into that, is going to, God will honor that, and He will bless you, and He will make the way. He is the way maker, the miracle worker, promise keeper. He tells you something, He keeps His word. That's one good thing about Dad, that He is not a liar and He does not change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. So I just want to encourage you, when you hear God's voice, no matter what anyone else says, any man, any brother, sister, family member, anything, no matter what anybody else says, when you hear that voice of God, you do what God says, not man. This is your confirmation right now. If you're getting something from the Lord and you just didn't know, well, I'm giving it to you right now. There's multiple places in the Bible that Jesus says Himself, like there's no honor for a prophet in his own country, John 4:44, that people will not listen to you because they know your past, and there's no way that you're going to be taken seriously as a believer and as somebody that's moving forward for Christ. A lot of times when you're around your own family member, your hometown, they, like I said, will be the ones to come against you the hardest, or other Christians. And it seems like a lot of people are judging, and they're not representing Christianity in the best way. And it's sad, but it does happen. And usually the ones that don't say much of anything or don't care, they usually don't care. Those are the non-believers. They just don't care. They're not going to say anything. They're not going to try to stop you. Satan knows what he's doing. He's slick, man. He's going to try to use the ones that you love the most to keep you tied down in the stagnant, dead place. Listen to the voice of God. Fast and pray. Pray without ceasing. And this fasting will help you to get answers quicker, more clear, and push you in the direction that you need to be headed. Like I said, when you don't know what steps to take exactly, take the small baby steps of finding the new job, of finding a new place, of making the phone calls, whatever it looks like, whatever situation you're in. It doesn't have to be just those things, but the forward move of God is progress towards your blessed life and towards the life He has for you, towards your purpose and His will for you in your life. So like I said, this is your confirmation right now. If you heard God's voice and people are trying to hold you back and stop you, go. Listen to God. No man. Take it to Dad. Pray. Fast. And be a blessing to other people. That's another part of living the blessed life, man. You got to be that funnel. God will use you to bless other people. Sometimes it seems like you might be getting a blessing, but it might not specifically even be for you. It could be for somebody else, and he's just using you as that funnel to get it to somebody else. These are ways that being a giver is better than being someone who receives, and these are the ways a Christian is supposed to live. I'm sorry for those that see Christianity in the wrong light because of people that are more judgmental, or like some of the bodies of the church that seem like they are some of the worst type of people sometimes, not as far as killing and thieves and all that stuff, but as far as judgment and ridicule and mocking and things like that of you. That can be them sometimes, and if it's ever happened to you, I just want to apologize for all of us right now that shouldn't be the way it is. Humble yourselves before God. Stay prayed up. Be a blessing, and God bless you in the name of Jesus.